Well, good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here. Welcome to this latest edition of Beyond the Weather, Wednesday, May the 28th, 2014. Almost 10:30 here at night. Where has the month of May gone? Been about a week since I did one of these Beyond the Weather videos. Wanted to get another one out. Of course, I've had plenty of the quick cast videos and other updates for you, but wanted to get more of an in-depth video out. I know several of you still like those, and there's just not enough hours in the day always to do everything. But got some things to talk about tonight, and we may actually hit the first 90-degree day of the year coming up very soon. I know some of you have commented when I posted that on Facebook that you would already hit 90. Well, in our car thermometers, yes, some of them have said 90. Mine had said that as well. Sometimes those are a little skewed, but officially at the airports we haven't hit 90 yet this year. But it looks like we will either hit it or come very close to hitting it by Sunday. But for now, we got some more scattered showers and thunderstorms to deal with. It's kind of diminishing here during the overnight hours. You can see satellite and radar here in motion. Plenty of clouds moving our way up. You can see this upper level low pressure sitting and just kind of spinning up here. And it's produced some showers and thunderstorms our way really the past few days. We got more of that on the way tomorrow. And yeah, but the good news is by the weekend it looks like those storm chances diminish before, yeah, next week we go into those again. So we may get a dry weekend, so that's at least a good thing. All right. Before I go any further, this video update tonight is sponsored by Metal Magic in Washington. Give Chad a call at 698-8555 for all of your paintless dent repair needs. And of course, tell him Southern Indiana Weather sent you. All right. Let me go ahead and pull up future radar here for you just to give you an idea of where we're headed at. We'll start with this first. Here's those showers that rolled through this evening hours, and you can see very quickly how future radar diminishes those. And then as we go into the wee hours of the night, and then here finally by tomorrow afternoon, you start to see a few more showers and thunderstorms pop up. Future radar here is not overly aggressive in coverage. In fact, the high resolution NAM really is showing less coverage in those storms than what we saw today. The GFS disagrees and has a little bit more coverage, so take your pick, but I think it's going to be another day similar to what we saw today, where some people get some decent little rain out of it. Others don't. Just some very slow-moving pulse-up type of thunderstorms. Probably nothing severe about these, except for maybe an isolated warning here and there. And, you know, like we saw today, we may not even have any warnings. We saw one warning yesterday for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, and then within 15 minutes the storm had collapsed upon itself. So that'd be kind of the story if we do get anything severe, certainly not an outbreak. Here's future radar for Friday, though, as we continue to put it into motion. The good news is it looks like Friday we start to dry out. Possibly during the early morning hours we might see a few things, but by Friday afternoon and evening it looks like we're pretty good to go. So looks like for the Dubois County Bombers baseball game, they start their season on Friday night, and it looks like we may actually be dry for the first home game and the first game of the season, so that would certainly be a good thing. Now, this is all if we just take a look at the surface map. We've got a cold front that's stalling out just to our north, and if we put this into motion, what you can see, there's that low pressure sitting and just kind of spinning over the deep south and not going much of anywhere here. That cold front finally starts to push through, and by the time it pushes through, here's by Friday morning, you can see the low starting to retrograde more this way. The cold front is finally through us by Friday morning, and then by Friday afternoon that should be sufficiently to our south where we dry out. But yes, we've got yet another cold front on the way for the weekend. So here we go by Saturday, and yeah, here's by Saturday morning. Cold front continues on its way to advance to the south. That's long gone by the time Sunday comes in. High pressure is moving in and starting to kind of take over with a large and in charge pattern, which would give us, it looks like a pretty decent shot at the weekend, but then by early next week you've got yet another cold front and low pressure system that is going to approach and is going to bring us more thunderstorm chances. So that's sort of the pattern of where we're going to be in for the next week or so. Let's talk about temperatures, because it is going to be plenty warm enough. Here's what the latest GFS ensembles say as far as temperatures for the next 15 days. And here we go. Warm temperatures again. I forecasted a high of 86 today, or no, 85 today, and we actually hit 84 degrees, so missed it by one. We hit 86 degrees both of the past 2 days, so it's been fairly warm the past few days. Tomorrow is not going to be any exception according to the ensembles. We get up into the mid to upper 80s again area wide, and look at this. By the time Sunday hits, is forecasting 91 degrees for the high. That may be a little bit on the aggressive side. Some of the other models are forecasting anywhere, models are saying anywhere from 87 to 91 being the highest. So I think we get very close to 90 if we don't hit 90 on Sunday. It's looking very close to it at this point. And then you can see there's going to be some days coming up in the next few weeks where we get, in the next few days rather, where we get very close to that 90-degree mark as well. Now, let's talk about the upper level pattern. This is all, if we take a look at wind speeds, about 18,000 feet in the atmosphere. Here's what we've got going on. A very large ridge of high pressure sets up here. This is for Saturday. And remember, winds around a high pressure move in a clockwise motion. So that will literally pump warm Gulf moisture up for us. That's going to mean two things. We've got this ridge. Here's your jet stream. We're under this ridge. So we've already got the warm air being pumped up this way. Notice how the airflow on the ridge here on the upper levels is kind of from the southwest over here. And then you got high pressure, and eventually as it moves this way we come more of a southerly flow, and boy, that's getting confusing. Eventually as this high moves off this direction, you'll have your winds turn to more of a southerly flow. So you're going to have just tons of Gulf moisture coming up for you. What's that going to mean? Well, that's going to mean very warm temperatures, and it's going to mean very muggy temperatures. We get close to 90 degrees on Sunday, and we end up having muggy temperatures, muggy dew points rather, in the mid to upper 60s. Yeah, we could be talking heat indexes even closer to the 90 to 95 mark during the afternoon hours. So it's certainly going to be a hot and humid day from the way things are shaping up on Monday. And, as far as the summer outlook is concerned, in fact, I was just talking about this tonight with some friends at church tonight. It's always interesting. You get asked as a meteorologist, well, what's the next season going to predict? And someone asked me at church tonight, what are you thinking about for the summer? And I don't really do a whole lot of seasonal forecasting because it's hard to predict a week ahead, let alone a season ahead. But if I had to give my best guess, here's what I told them. The drought is going to persist out west. We've got a major drought going on here out west and over the plain states, and it's actually forecast to get worse. Typically what that means is that drive, whenever you have a drought out in there, the summertime jet stream tends to go well to our north over that drought. It sort of acts like a ridge, and what that means is a warmer than normal summer. Typically. Now, we've not had a typical year. We had a winter that was anything far from typical, which was not at all what most people were predicting. And who knows, maybe the summer goes back into that pattern right now. But with the drought predicted to worsen, and you can already see that we're warming up into the 80s and going, it seems like, maybe out of that old pattern where we were up and down, up and down. We haven't been down for a while. We've been above normal for a good little while now, or very near. So maybe is that an end? I don't know. I do know this. El Nino is kicking up again this summer, and that may be just what we need to sort of kick us out of that old pattern we were in where we were below normal for a long time. My gut tells me we're going to have a pretty hot summer. That's just my gut. I don't know that, but that's my gut at this point. Regardless, we're going to get a taste of summer weather come this weekend by the time Sunday hits. All right. You can see that if you just take a look at temperatures on the GFS model. I showed you the ensembles here a minute ago, which said 91. Here's the lower model, which the other version of the GFS, the deterministic model, saying 87. And you've got some other temperatures, the Euro and the NAM and some of the others are sort of in between. So regardless of how you look at it, it's going to be hot on Sunday. Cloud cover wise, if I just show you, this is what we're looking at here is the future satellite. All right. So here we are for Saturday, and you can see on Saturday, here we are in the state of Indiana. Here's southern Indiana right here where my cursor is. And you can see basically a cloud-free sky on Saturday. And it looks like we're going to go under mostly sunny skies. Probably go over to partly cloudy skies by the time Sunday comes in. Here's Sunday morning, you see a few more high clouds starting to go in. And here's Sunday afternoon rather. Just a few high clouds, more of a partly cloudy type of day. Then by the time the evening rolls in, it looks like we may even go mostly sunny at times before we start to see the cloud cover really roll in with that next cold front diving in and some additional rain chances. So short, sweet, and to the point, it looks like a very pretty weekend coming up, and it looks like a very muggy weekend coming up at the same time. Above normal temperatures. Our normal temperature high right now is 81 degrees, so we're certainly going to be above that over the next few days. So that's kind of the pattern that we are in, and we'll see how it goes out from here. And then taking a look at beyond the pattern, here's our surface map along with predicted precipitation. Here we go through Monday, and you can see by Monday morning, here's those scattered showers starting to move in. Here is that low pressure. Now, let me just go ahead and illustrate what we got going on in the map for you. I think it'd be helpful. Here's your cold front right here. You can see that low pressure spinning around right here, and you get a warm front to your north. This is all going to slide our way over time next week, and as it gets closer to us, we're going to have more additional rain chances. Here you go. Here's Monday evening, and you can see as I go through here, here's by Tuesday, we get more rain around. Wednesday, we've got more rain around. Here we go by Thursday. Yeah, you guessed it, on Thursday, more rain around. Friday, more rain around. It sounds like a broken record, but it looks like next week is going to be a pattern similar to what we saw this week, where we got much above normal temperatures, and we've got a good amount of scattered shower and thunderstorm chances pretty much all week long. And here we go, even into next Saturday, according to the GFS model, we've got rain potentially to deal with that Saturday. Yep, rain potentially to deal with that Sunday and that Monday and that Tuesday. Boy, it just does not seem to let up. And as far as the eye can see here, in fact, it gives us almost, let's hope the GFS is wrong, but it gives us almost a good week and a half solid of solid precipitation chances every single day after this weekend comes up. So let's hope that's wrong, because we've already gone above normal in our precipitation, and we certainly could stand a little bit of a break from the rain. Well, we get that on Friday, and then we get diminishing chances on Friday. We get a break from the rain fully on Saturday, and then it looks like it's going to be Sunday night before the rain moves in again. But then after that, it looks like we've got rain chances, if the models are right, about for the next week to week and a half after this. So enjoy the dry weather while you can. If you got some outdoor plans that you're going to do this weekend, get out and enjoy them while you can, folks. Maybe get the yard working done and some of those other things. Otherwise, once again, we're going to be dodging raindrops. All right, folks, let's go to southernindianaweather.com, and we will end this video for tonight. Let's take a look at your Eubelor Suns forecast. Went down to about 66 degrees tonight. The storms will become more isolated overnight. It'll be muggy again. Muggy again tomorrow, and I might as well just put muggy every day out from now on, because it's just, we're into that typical summertime pattern here. 85 degrees tomorrow, and then 85 on Friday. But then take a look at this for the weekend. Finally, again, by Friday night, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Really, that's going to be more in the morning time. Should end by the afternoon time. It's only a 20% chance anyway, is what I'm forecasting. Not very high chance. Should end again by Friday afternoon. And then by Saturday, mostly sunny. Warm skies with temperatures in the mid-80s. And I am actually going to go ahead and forecast 90 for Sunday. I think it's obtainable at this point. And it's going to be very muggy. You can see we're only going down to an overnight low on Sunday night of 69 degrees. So it's going to be just an all-around muggy day with dew points in the mid to upper 60s. That's going to make heat indices into the low to mid-90s as well. So it's going to be a warm and muggy day. And that's just the way it's going to be, I suppose. And you can take a look. As you can see, I've forecasted far out as Tuesday now, and you can see upper 80s hanging on here. So again, we're going to see some days that are very close to 90, and then I showed you the forecast beyond that, what the GFS is saying: rain, 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 rain. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. All right, before we end the video, some big news to talk about here, and I've already mentioned this on Facebook several times, but I'll go ahead and mention it here on the video. If you haven't heard yet, our mobile app is now out, so make sure you download that. You can get it on Google Play. Just search for Southern Indiana Weather. You can also find it on iPhone. Go to your app store. Search for Southern In Weather. You want to abbreviate the state of Indiana there, and that is, by the way, if you're wondering why different, I would love to have them both the same. I'd love them to just both say Southern Indiana Weather, but we had some title restrictions on the number of characters that we could use on the App Store, so we had to go that direction. Is what it is. But get out there, folks. We've got some great things on that app for you. You can get your 7-day forecast, not even have to go to the southernindianaweather.com website. You can use this while you're at your desktop, but while you're on your mobile, you'll be able to get that same data here that you get from the website. You can watch our videos, you can get current conditions, got a great interactive radar, and so much more on there. So check that out, and tell your friends all about it, folks, and enjoy it. It's there for your use. All right. We'll go ahead and end that there for tonight's video, folks, and we'll have another one of these pretty soon on down the line. That is it for now. I'm Meteorologist Michael Wilhite. Have a great night, and I'll see you in the morning for the latest quick cast.